All right, everybody, welcome back to the Christian Henderson Show. Guys, today we're here with episode 3 in a series that I'm calling Not Your Average Athlete. This is a short series where I interview college athletes from different sports, ask them different questions, and just hear some different perspectives on what it looks like to compete with excellence at their level. So if you like sports, then hey, you're going to like today's episode, especially if that sport is baseball that you love so much. My guest today has been playing D1 baseball at Dallas Baptist University for 2 years now. He comes from a family who has quite the background in college sports, which we might get into a little bit. But again, remember the people that I bring on the podcast, I care and value more about their character. So early on, man, I noticed that this is the type of guy who knows how to have fun, play hard, and still treats people with kindness and respect. He's marked by humility, and he chooses to surround himself with people who are ambitious, selfless, and driven. When I started at DBU, I recognized that this guy is not your average human being. So perfect candidate for this episode. So hey, wherever you are right now, please give a round of applause and a huge and a huge welcome to our guy, my guest today, Mr. Athanasius Kroll. Athan, thanks for joining the conversation, my man.
Thank you for having me, Christian. This is awesome. Pumped to be here, and just excited to talk. So thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Well, dude, I feel like we can't just skip the meaning of your name here. It's just too cool to skip over. So can you give us a little insight on where Athanasius comes from?
Yeah, absolutely. My parents actually knew some people before they had me that were actually going to name their kid Athanasius, and they didn't end up naming their son Athanasius. So they were like, "We would love to take that name from you." But
Mm-hmm.
Athanasius was one of the first people to get the manuscripts of the Bible put together, and he was a great defender of the faith in 34 AD. Super early, great defender of the faith, super strong Christian man, and yeah, just a really, really cool guy. He started the Athanasius Creed, and just a super unique name, and I'm grateful that I get the name Athanasius. I go by Athan for short because it's kind of hard to say that and kind of hard to
Right.
spell that name, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I love it. I love it. So yes,
That's
sir.
awesome. Come on. When did you lock in that history? Were you like, man, too many people are asking me this question. I gotta study up.
Yeah, my parents were always so thoughtful of all my siblings' names, including
Mhm.
mine, and so when we were like old enough to understand what names really meant, like 11 or 12 probably, they were like, "We're gonna tell you guys the history behind your name so that when people ask you, you can tell them and not just be confused about what this
You're
name
right.
means." So,
Yeah.
yeah, no, they were super intentional, which I'm super grateful for. So,
Come
yeah.
on. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think names are so cool in that way where you get to just like dive into, hey, what is the meaning of this? And
Yeah.
it kind of informs even like your path and what your path looks like in some ways. So it's pretty
Absolutely.
cool. Well, dude, I want to start us off with some fun questions. I love getting started with those questions that gets the juices flowing a little bit. So for you
Sweet.
guys listening, Athen has not seen these questions, at least these first couple, but the challenge to you, Athen, is to answer them in like a sentence or two. So I know it might be tough, but we'll see what you can do. All right. We'll
Okay.
see what you can do.
Sounds great.
All
Sounds
right. So
great.
number one here, most inspirational thing a coach has said to you.
Ooh. I would say that Dan Hefner said my
Mhm.
freshman year, which was last year, that baseball is something that you do. It's not who you are. And I think that's just so crucial to why I play the game of baseball. And I know you said a few sentences, but it speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Just identity in Christ. And it allows you to play with a lot of freedom. So baseball is
Yeah.
something that you do. It's not who you are. So I think
Come
that's
on.
really good. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Getting into identity already. Um, okay. What about biggest pet peeve while watching baseball?
Oh, while watching baseball.
Yeah.
Um, oh, that's a good question. I would say, man, just not not throwing a lot of strikes on the mound. I think that when you're sitting at a baseball game, it just feels like it's dragging for a long time. It's not the most entertaining thing to watch. And so, yeah, I would say just slow baseball games. I know that's why a lot of kids start playing baseball and they stop playing baseball pretty quickly because of how slow paced it can be. So I
Yeah.
would say, yeah, games where there's not a lot of strikes being thrown and not a lot of action happening. That's probably one of my
Mhm.
biggest pet peeves. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
And would you
yeah.
say that's because you are in that same position and that's kind of what you're trying to maximize?
Yeah, probably
Okay.
similar. That
Yeah.
or dancing on the field like the Savannah Bananas do. That's just not my favorite thing in the world,
Okay.
actually.
Are they being serious when they do that? I'm not as familiar with the
I don't think so. It's kind of just a show, but
Okay.
I just think it's silly. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
Hey,
I'm happy for them, what they're
next game,
doing.
am I gonna see you breaking it down on the mound? Just
I
doing
don't
like the
know. We'll see.
floss. No, I want to see the
We'll
worm. I
see.
want to see the worm on
The
the
worm.
after
Okay,
you strike someone
perfect.
out. Let's see it. No, no, just kidding. Okay, greatest athlete role model as a kid.
Ooh, that's a good question. Either Kobe Bryant, probably Kobe Bryant. He was somebody that I don't know. I played basketball growing up and all the
Mm,
way through high school, and so to see his like work ethic and just hear him talk about his love for the Lord too at the same time, it was really cool to be able to hear someone that works so hard but also just love the Lord and saw like failure in such a different way than other athletes did. He just saw it as
mm,
learning, like whether you win or you lose, you're gonna learn either way, and so it was pretty cool to like see him be so good at something that he loved, but also know that like you can ultimately learn from no matter what the outcome of the game is. So yeah, it was
that's
pretty cool.
awesome. It's a
Yeah,
legendary man right there.
he
Um,
is.
what what would you say if you were to play any other sport besides baseball? What would it be?
I mean, I loved football the most growing up. Probably
Mm,
football. I would
okay.
love to play football. But another sport professionally, I'd probably want to play like men's volleyball actually.
Really? Let's
Yeah,
go.
I've played volleyball a lot growing up, and it was always just a blast being able to play volleyball. My mom played volleyball in college, and we have
Mhm.
like two sand volleyball courts at home, and we would just play all the time. So it was pretty fun. But
Come on. Come on. That's
yeah,
awesome. Um,
yeah,
so tell us your family. So mom did volleyball.
yes,
Um,
sir.
did did you say your dad was a swimmer or was
Yeah, he was a
yeah?
swimmer at Kansas. Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And then
Yeah,
obviously your older bro played basketball at DBU.
yes, sir.
Uh, and
Yep.
then now you're playing baseball. Is that the four?
Yeah, and then I have another older brother. He played football at Colorado School of Mines. So. Yeah, we
It's
got all the
crazy.
sports covered. We got swimming, volleyball, football, basketball, and baseball. So it's
Let's
awesome.
go. Let's go.
5 different collegiate sports. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Now we're just missing
Yeah.
golf. Maybe
Yeah.
you got any cousins? Just
Yeah,
kidding.
seriously.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
awesome, bro. I bet family reunions are fun. Just the conversations bouncing off the
Yeah,
walls. Everyone's trying to turn on a different
absolutely.
sport on the TV. Like, I don't want to watch baseball. No, let's watch swimming. What? Do people watch swimming? Oh. Uh,
Absolutely.
okay, how about when you're on the field, what do you find yourself thinking about during a game besides the actual game itself?
Hmm. Um, Probably about the food afterwards, honestly.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Come
get
on.
some pretty good post-game meals
Okay.
for our baseball program. So I'm normally thinking about what we're gonna have or asking somebody if they know what we're gonna have after the game.
Right,
Get pretty
right.
excited about that. So
Just like
yeah.
mid pitch, just like, oh wait, bro, what are we eating again? Like, what's going on
Yeah,
afterwards?
exactly.
Okay, good. I'm gonna throw this. I'm gonna
Exactly.
throw this nice. Yeah, dude. I was hoping because I asked the other athletes that I interviewed that question, and I was hoping for for at least one to answer with that because that's probably what I have thought about while playing
Oh yeah,
sports.
definitely.
But you know,
Definitely.
we're still locked in though. We're still locked in
Oh, definitely.
either
Yeah,
way.
for sure.
So actually, the final question was best post game meal.
Oh,
So,
okay. There you go.
do you
Yeah.
anything specific?
Um I mean, we get Chewies after every Friday home game, and that's pretty hard to beat. They buy these huge tubs of the creamy jalapeno ranch and
Oh,
like queso and salsa, and then they buy these
yo,
literally trash bags. I'm not even kidding, they're trash bags of just tortilla chips.
no
So we
way,
just like go to town on that and have a bunch of like steak and chicken and stuff like that. It's phenomenal.
dude.
It's awesome.
That's
So
legendary. Have you ever
yeah.
have you ever had to like wrestle somebody for that bag of chips, like in an alleyway? No, I'm just kidding. Have you seen
Yeah,
Nacho
no,
Libre?
yes, I know
Okay.
exactly what you're talking about. It's a
Yeah,
great movie.
no, it is. It is. That's awesome. I don't think I've ever actually thought about the fact that there is trash bag sized bags of chips. So
Yeah, it's real.
brings it to
I didn't
life.
know it was either.
That's awesome. Come on. Well, dude, hey, you made it. You made it. Only
Those
took a
were
couple minutes.
yeah,
So
those were tough questions. Thanks. Thanks for those.
come on. Yeah, those are great. Those are great. I think that kicked us off well. Now we're gonna hop into some more of those like core questions that may be a little more applicable to those who are hoping to come in to college sports and make a difference and excel in that area. So first off, I want to swing the question over to you, no pun intended, for you to tell us why you chose baseball as your sport, and then also maybe a little bit about your DBU story and how you got here.
Yeah. Um, Growing up, I played 3 different sports, basketball, football, and baseball, and just always felt like baseball was the one that I was the best at and had the most talent in, and, obviously had to pick a different sport. Can't be boring and pick football or basketball like my brothers, so that would've been silly.
Right, right.
But no, just always felt like that was the one that the Lord was calling me to, and, um, it's actually really funny because up until my freshman year of high school, I didn't know DBU was a school at all, and then,
Mhm.
my second oldest brother, Graham, he went on his official visit out here to DBU for basketball, and I came with him, and, it's like, "Whoa, what's that over there?" And saw the baseball field, and I was like, "Wow, that's really cool," and later looked them up online, and I was like, wow, they have a D1 program and they're really, really good. And so got connected with their head coach and sent them some of my film, and yeah, was just really drawn to the campus. It felt like people's just faith in the Lord was authentic and real here. And so
Mhm.
after talking with Dan Hefner a little bit, I got to come out for a camp and performed well. Again, when I came out here, just, I don't know, it just felt like the Holy Spirit was real on the campus. And that's what mattered most to me is that he treated me as a person, not only as a product to his program, and
Mhm.
really wanted to develop me as a man more than anything else. And so I thought that was just really genuine and cool. And so like I said, went to the camp and I performed well and got an offer my freshman year and then committed going into my sophomore year. So pretty early on, but
Yeah.
just felt like the Lord was calling me to DBU and just felt like it was a super easy decision getting to go to a school where you get to play the sport that you love and also growing your relationship with the Lord. Like that's extremely rare to find. So
Mhm.
it was a really cool decision and a really easy one at that. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. Can you talk about Coach Hefner for a second? Because I've
Yeah.
heard awesome things about him. I've also been able to listen to him. I give like a message, I think, at a leadership lecture series a year or two ago. And
Yeah.
like, what's your perspective as an athlete when it comes to kind of his personality and role?
Yeah, I would say we talk about all the time at the baseball field about being good, not nice, and he's a
Mm,
good man, and like
mhm.
that's what you want as a head coach is someone that you can respect and someone that you know that cares for you, but also at the same time is not going to sugarcoat things. And
Right.
so it's been great to just learn from him and be around him every day at the field. We have a team meeting every single day, and he speaks in the team meeting every single day. He's the only one. And every single day, whatever we're learning for that day, whether it's something on defense, something on offense, pitching or hitting, he incorporates the scripture in every single day and what we're going to do that day. And so it's pretty incredible to be able to, again, like learning that it was a Christian program and then being able to experience it is just another thing. And being
Mhm.
able to experience it while I've been here has been incredible. And he is everything and more than he has advertised. And so it's been really cool to be able to learn from him,
Mhm.
just like pick his brain on certain things. He's a super, super wise guy.
Yeah,
Um, so it's just been a blast to be able to be here and learn from him and just yeah, be in his program. So it's been awesome.
that's awesome, dude. Yeah, it definitely makes a difference when you have a coach who wants to pour into the guys, but I mean is like real with you, like you said,
Yeah,
kind of good man versus nice man.
yeah,
Um, like the
absolutely.
type of coach that is going to like internally he loves you. He's going to make that known, but at the same time,
Yeah,
like he's there to get things done. Like
yeah,
we're working hard. We're going for it.
absolutely.
So that's awesome. Well,
Absolutely.
dude, when it comes to your like your daily training or maybe even just semester by semester as an athlete, it can be tough to measure up to all the standards and all of the routines that you guys have. It's very taxing. How do you feel like you go above and beyond to set yourself apart from other athletes?
Yeah, it's a great question. Yeah, I think first and foremost, just starting your day with a devotional. That's what I try to do every day is so
Hmm.
important for me. Um, it sounds like not real. Like, yeah, I'm gonna open up my Bible every morning. It's gonna give me the best day ever. But it's true. Like, I can tell the days that I have a devotional, like how much more joy that I have that day, and more like meaning and yeah, just productivity in that day. But ultimately,
Hmm.
like I just try to start with that every day, and it gives me just a more of a sense of purpose going into that day. But yeah, I think that's one of the things that can really separate you, like I talked about earlier, is just your sense of identity. I know so many people that play the sport of baseball because they love to do it, and that's a great reason to do it. But I feel like just playing the game of baseball because it's something that the Lord's given me. It's the gift and talents that He's given me, and playing it for that reason and for His glory has ultimately given me more freedom than I can imagine. Like just learning that more and more through the DBU baseball program too has been pretty awesome to be able to do. And so I think that everybody works so incredibly hard at this level of
Hmm.
baseball because they see it as their job and something that they want to do for the rest of their life. But um, I think what separates me from a few other guys is like I talked about earlier, that sense of failure.
Hmm.
And when you feel the failure, there can just be really hard times in different parts of the season. What you fall back onto really matters most. And so, if you fall back onto things that are pretty earthly, it's pretty hard to continue to keep going and keep getting better as the season goes on. But if you fall back onto your relationship with the Lord and ultimately know that He loves you and the people around you love and care for you, it helps you keep going and it helps you keep getting better too, which is pretty awesome. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I think when it comes to identity, that's, one of the biggest things is when these small moments happen throughout the day, or maybe, you know, a pitch doesn't go as you planned, or step up to that, strike out, like that, that kind of hurts for a second. And
yeah,
it could be deeper than that too. There could be other things just throughout the day, and it doesn't have to just relate to baseball either.
yeah,
It could relate to, you're at work and you say something that you're like, oh man, I probably shouldn't have said that, or I didn't give it my all today, which I know that I could have. And
yeah,
being able to result back to, well, hey, guess what? Like my identity is not in all the things that I do, but it's in who God says that I am, and my relationship with Him. And there's
yeah,
there's grace given there. I can bounce back and I can keep going because I know, again, it's not all about me at the end of the day.
absolutely.
So, I mean, you hit the nail on the head right there. That perspective shift really changes everything.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
Well, dude, I know I mentioned it and you kind of answered this. So if you have another kind of answer to this similar question, then throw it out
Yeah,
there. But sports, again, are a challenge. Man, everyone sees like the highlight reels, right? They see the
yeah,
the strikeout, the diving catch, the home run, but not many people see what happens behind the scenes to get to that point. So, what keeps you going in the behind the scenes? What is your source of motivation, and what purpose do you hold on to?
yeah. obviously my relationship with the Lord, but I think it's the people around me and the guys on the team. First and foremost, my parents are amazing, and they, after every single time I play or don't play, they just tell me that they love me and that they are supporting me no matter what, and that means the world. But
Mm,
when you have a bunch of guys on the team that are like right behind you and like truly do care about your success and want to support you in that, it also means a lot. And they're ultimately there for you in the ups and downs too, which is pretty amazing. And so I think that's something that's also super unique about DB baseball is there's guys that aren't just in it for themselves. They're ultimately in it for the team and the greater purpose of winning baseball games, but doing it together as a team and just there for you in your highs and lows. Being able to compete on the mound and know that you got 35 guys behind you, like really
mm,
supporting you and caring for you, it's pretty special too. And I think that's one of the biggest things that's so unique about DBU is um, you can find a lot of people that are just pretty prideful all over the country and in the sport that they played because they're just doing it for themselves. But when you
mm,
have 36 guys that are going for like one mission and one goal, and that's to win and glorify the Lord, it's pretty cool. Um, it's a pretty
yeah.
cool team chemistry. So yeah,
Come on. Come on. Yeah,
yeah,
I can imagine like looking back, 36 guys just cheering you on. It's like, oh
yeah,
man, we're good.
yeah,
I, it's okay
absolutely.
if I don't, play a perfect game. These are the guys I get to be present with afterwards.
Yeah,
And I mean, you mentioned how motivational that is. I bet even in those behind the scenes moments when you guys are hitting the gym and doing practices every day, it's like, what is do you look forward to those practices? Do you look forward to being with those guys, even though kind of the work is tough? Does being with those
yeah.
guys make it better?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. They make the season just a lot easier. Like
Hmm.
it can definitely be like mundane and going to practice and going to lifts. Like they just make it a lot easier and a lot more fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. We
Yeah.
talked about this last weekend. We had an away series, but our head coach was like, when you're done playing baseball and you're living your life and have a family and have kids, you're going to want to hang out with your best friends, like your buddies, and you guys are going to go travel on vacation. You're going to want to go somewhere. And we do that almost every other weekend. And so it's your
Yeah.
best friends and you get to travel across the country and just play a fun game together. And so I look forward to seeing my friends at the field every day. And yeah, just the concept of a team and a
Hmm.
brotherhood is pretty unique and something that I wish a lot of people got to experience more. So
No, definitely. Yeah.
yeah,
And this might be that part of the podcast where it's like, hey, how can we practically seek out like a brotherhood like that or a sisterhood? Because it's just so beneficial. Again, you got accountability, you got fun times to be had.
yeah,
You have just a great environment with guys who are in similar stages of life, pursuing similar things, and
yeah,
it makes a huge difference. So for those listening, maybe ask yourself the question like, "Hey, do I have that?" And if not, then what are some ways that I could intentionally seek that out? Does that often it starts with one friendship? It might start with, oh, what club could I join? What group could I join on campus or in my high school, or even if you're, further along in life and at work, could I start something? Could I start like a men's Bible study, or could I start like a men's golf club? I don't know, something like
yeah,
that. Like, how can you get together with like-minded people and thrive and have some fun? Because obviously life can be tough, life can be challenging, and when you're able to have in the back of your mind, oh, I have this group that I can go back to, um, it makes a difference.
yeah,
uh,
absolutely,
so that's awesome. I
absolutely.
appreciate you kind of touching on that.
Yeah,
um,
of course.
the last thing I want to throw out there for you is the greatest piece of advice that you have for someone who maybe is dreaming about playing baseball or a college sport in their next steps? What would be your best piece of advice for these prospective athletes?
Yeah, just know why you're doing it. I think that's a really crucial piece. If you're not
Mm,
super sure if you want to play sports, collegiately or professionally, I would say dig deep and go to the Lord. If you're not a Christian, talk to people around you. Like, why do I play this game? Like, why do I love it? Because
mhm,
ultimately, when you reach those hard times and you get to college and you're not having the season you want to, or you're having failures here and there, it's really, really hard um, to look up and be like, man, I just don't want to be here anymore. Like, I don't know why I chose it. So I think ultimately, like, figure out your purpose and if you really want to do college sports, because it's hard, but it is so rewarding at the same time. And so it's awesome. But after that, I would just say, like, if you're choosing colleges or choosing a sport, do something that you love. Ultimately, um, do something that you really enjoy, something that brings you joy, and something that you love to do. I heard someone say, like, if you find what you love to do, if instead that's work, you'll never have to work a day in your life because you get to
Hmm.
do something that you love to do. And so that's how I feel with baseball. It's kind of work because it's paying for some of my college, but at the same time, I don't have to work at all. Like, I just get to go out there and
Hmm.
play a game that I love. So I think find the purpose behind it and why you love to do it, and then figure out really if you want to do it and where you want to go. And there's so many great colleges out there. We're both definitely pretty biased to DBU. I think we have some amazing sports here, and
Yeah.
um, the faith piece is really real here. And
Hmm.
so if you're looking for that, it's a great place to be. Um, but yeah, I think there's a lot of ways to go about it. But I think just praying to the Lord ultimately is a great decision, and then seeking wisdom from others too is also really, really important. So yeah,
Yeah, that's a great dude. I think that's some of the most important advice that people could hear, man. Know your why, know your purpose, because that question's going to come up no matter if you want it to or not. Why am I
yeah,
doing this? Why am I doing this again?
absolutely.
Why am I in college? Why am I playing this sport? Why did I
Yeah,
choose to take this job? And if you have that right here, then you can answer that question. You can keep going. If not,
yeah,
then you're going to be dwelling on it, often a
absolutely.
little too long. So I appreciate you answering that, brother. I know this can be helpful for a lot of people. It's going to be helpful for me because I get to listen back to these and edit them. So,
That's
uh,
awesome. Yeah.
yeah, looking forward to that. But, dude, thanks so much for being here. Is there any way that if people are like, "Yo, I got to contact Athan and ask him a question directly," is there any spot that people could find you?
Yeah. I would just drop my phone number on the podcast right now, but
Oh
I
no.
probably shouldn't do that. Probably shouldn't do that. I think Instagram's great.
Yeah,
You can just
yeah.
DM me. I just Athan Kroll. That's what my ad is on Instagram.
Nice.
Trying to think of anything else. Yeah, social media, you
Instagram works,
can
yeah.
DM me, just reach out to me. That's a great way to do it. And if you see me on campus, just come up and ask. I would love to answer any questions. But super
Yeah.
grateful for Christian. Thanks for having
Hmm.
me on here, man. It's been a blast. And Christian is the man. He runs campus, and he's
uh,
always the most joyful dude on campus. So I'm really grateful that he asked me to come be on this. So thank you.
well, dude, I appreciate that, and I'm glad that we did this. And I'm excited to let people hear
Absolutely.
the baseball stadium's be packed next game. No,
Perfect.
but dude, thanks again, and I just want to say, man, thank you guys for tuning in to the Christian Henderson show. Hey, go ahead and share this with somebody who you know would find it inspiring and informative, especially if that person is an athlete who you think is going to, make a difference in college and might have that potential of playing college sports or professionally one day. Guys, remember to ask yourself this question: what is the next best thing you can do now? Let's start strategically swinging for the fences, knowing your why and knowing your purpose. Let's go!